Hey class, Josh here. Sorry about this late post. I have had crazy goings on at work. A couple of employees quit, things like that. So just super busy. It kind of is what it is, but I did want to get this post put up here from Hannah Coulter. In this section where I did my my markup, this is kind of telling the story of Nathan after his grandfather had passed. He carried him from the field and that sort of thing. But I said past that day, Nathan told no more stories about himself. He considered himself to be a man, and he was just going to work. Actually says expecting to go on working same place at the same work for the rest of his life. And so I'm not sure, the thought process behind that, whether he was comfortable with that situation. He was just kind of okay with it. Maybe at this point in time in history, people were just satisfied doing one thing. I know today that people don't stay at jobs very long. They bounce around and that sort of thing. But said Tom had left home and that Nathan, wanted to stay, and he had no thoughts of going away, no thoughts of getting married, and this was first husband. But it says pretty soon the war came. Tom and then Nathan were called to the army. Tom was killed fighting. Nathan had made it through. But when I got here, it says Nathan didn't cross the waters, as they used to say there, until the spring of 1945. Cross the waters, I thought that might be an analogy for Lester about leaving later on there in the book. But obviously crossing the waters meant going to war at that point in time. But he went pretty straight into the battle, and he lived. He was unhurt. He came home. This part reminded me a lot of my own family and my wife's family. Her father's a Vietnam veteran and did 3 tours in Vietnam. My mom's husband was in the Middle East a few times. My brother-in-law 4 times to the Middle East, and they don't talk about it too much. Occasionally there'll be a memory or something come across, but it's just one of those. I had this this one section here highlighted, and it just said nobody spoke. As a soldier killed in the war far from Port William and forever gone, nobody spoke. And I think that might just be maybe a rule, a hidden rule or something like that, or just something that all soldiers have in common. They just don't talk about it. They bottle it up. But that's what I did my markup on. This just reminded me a lot of my own family, but is what it is. But sorry about the late post, guys. I look forward to watching y'all's videos, and catch y'all later on.